Tennessee, a small town in Stewart County in northwest Middle Tennessee with a population of less than 2,000. Investigators say 14-year-old Carla Atkins and her 16-year-old half-sister Vickie Stout went to a store called The Furnace on September 17, 1980, where witnesses say they saw the girls talking to someone in a blue pickup truck, and the truck circled the highway by that store. That's the last time anyone has seen the sisters. Their mother reported something wrong to juvenile officers that same day. The missing girl's 22-year-old sister, Patricia Gordon, received a call from her brother saying the girls hadn't come home. But she didn't worry yet.
Well, the next day, I think I called and they said they hadn't come back, and then that's kind of when we started to panic.
A few days later, Gordon says her family started to think the worst.
Then you realize something really bad's happened, but what's happened?
For Gordon, she gets emotional thinking about the last time she saw the girls.
We were down here riding around, and Carla, the day we were leaving, she came out to the car and she said, "Can I come and live with you guys for a while?" And, and we were just getting started in our jobs. We didn't have a lot of money, okay? We already had Joel, and my husband's like, "Carla, I really wish we could,
Is that a conversation you play back a lot? A few weeks later, on October 5th, 1980, hikers were in this area called Land Between the Lakes where they smell an odor. That's when they contacted the sheriff's department, where deputies discovered the girls' bodies. Deputies found the teens about 75 feet apart and believe someone attempted to cover their bodies.
The phone rang, and I answered it, and it was my Aunt May, and she was just crying. And she said they found the girls.
Stewart County Sheriff David Hicks told the local newspaper at the time, "We can safely say that it was a murder." Because of the 3-week period that passed before deputies discovered the girls' bodies, it's wondered if there's missing evidence at the crime scene.
We did find shotgun shells.
Jerry Kitchen, the crime scene investigator at the time, also found this piece of evidence, which had been submitted to the TBI.
I found a light blue stain off of a tree where it appeared that at the height that it was a truck.
The autopsy revealed a shotgun killed the girls. Their bodies were too decomposed to reveal if they'd been sexually assaulted. An artist's sketch with age progressions showed the man described by witnesses seen driving that blue pickup truck where the girls were last seen. The TBI agent heading the investigation at that time, Jack Charlton, believed the sketch could be the girls' abductor, murderer, or witness.
I'm like, well, this won't take any time at all. They're going to find who did this, wrap it up, and it's done with.
Years passed without an arrest. In 2011, more efforts began in this case when Stewart County Sheriff Derek Wyatt came on board. And in 2015, District Attorney Ray Crouch asked the FBI to help in this case and says they are still involved to this day.
It's very frustrating. It's scary because you don't know who did it and you don't know why. So you got to wonder about the rest of your family.
4 years later, the DA said they have about 3 or 4 people that they are highly interested in and narrowed down a pool of suspects. That same year, Crouch traveled to Florida to bring evidence to a special DNA lab. Gordon says the DNA tests did yield some findings, but was not told about specifics. The evidence being tested at that private lab in Florida has temporarily stopped. Gordon says evidence is still in the process of being tested, but it's very expensive. She remains optimistic her sister's killer will be found.